What's up guys, Matthew here, and today I've got another video. I'm going to be talking about the new spring units for Fire Emblem Heroes on the Regal Rabbits banner, and if you should pull for them, or try to give you advice on whether you want to pull for them. So, Paula, eldest Bun Bun. She has 38 HP, 37 attack, 34 speed, 17 defense, and 29 res. Pegasus Carrot, Dragonic Aura, Swift Sparrow, Disarm Trap, and Hone Flyers. So, Hone Flyers is pretty well sought after. It is exclusive to Hineka in the 5-star pool from the regular summoning pool, although Bath Camilla now has it, or Hot Springs Camilla now has it as a 4-star if you want to spend the Corrales. Disarm Trap is only for 8th raids. Swift Sparrow is really good. Dragonic Aura is a skill. And Pegasus Carrot, which is effective against armored foes, and if she has weapon triangle advantage, neutralizes status effects and disables skills that prevent fall attacks during combat. So armored effectiveness is neat, but the rest of that only having weapon triangle advantage is kind of lame because it helps her green matchups, but she should be beating greens anyway, and doesn't really affect her when she's facing reds or colorless units, so it's cool. I don't think it's the greatest weapon in the world, but it's cool. Stat-wise, she has unrivaled offenses for red range units. She ties for the highest attack with Drift Camilla, who has 4 less speed, and she's tied for second in speed behind Summer Tana, who has 36 speed, but only 33 attack. The person tied with her is Versa, who has 34 speed as well, but only 33 attack also. So, completely unrivaled for a red ranged flyer. Defenses are the same as Bohenica, 1729, which is pretty solid. I think she has 1 more HP than her. So, the closest comparison would be probably Camilla, and then maybe a Versa or Tana or something. Actually, I will confirm here. If I go to Heroes, Bows. Okay, Flyers. There we go. Yeah, none of these are even. She actually is the second most res too, with only being 1 behind Adrift Camilla. So really, yeah, there's not many comparisons because everybody else doesn't have quite as much defenses. Although I think Aversa might get a res boost with her weapon. I'm not entirely sure. I will check that right now on my own Fire Emblem Heroes game as do this. What I recommend pulling for her. First of all, 2 things to get out of the way. This is a spring banner, so if you like the unit, if you like Paula, if you like the art Paula, then go ahead and go for them. Just be wary of your orbs. Be mindful of your orbs. That's the other thing I'll say. Should you go for her? If you need a red, if this fits a role, then yes, you should, because there is no red ranged flyer with this offensive spread, or close to it, and with her resistance, so she can take hits on one of her defenses. So if you need, okay, here's Versa. Skill list. Versa's Knight does grant +3 res, which would put her at 27, which still isn't as much resistance as Paula. So if you need a really offensive red flyer, or you want to improve, then go for Paula. I have never used a colorless bow or dagger except for Legendary Lyn, who I got randomly doing the first set of orbs because there's higher odds. I didn't go any further than the first 5, and I pulled minus attack Legendary Lyn, so I don't have much experience here with that puts a 41 attack, by the way. Not much experience with colored daggers and bows. My thought from an outsider perspective is mages can do this better, but still, when it comes to red ranged flyers, nobody, not even the mage, which is Halloween Noe. I always said Noe. Doesn't even come close to her. So if you need a red ranged flyer that's offensive, then I'd pull for Paula. I'd recommend pulling for Paula. Red has the worst odds, and be mindful of your orbs because whatever banners are coming up. The legendary banner is coming up the 29th, so I would not summon. I know this is multiple days late. I would not summon until that banner, just to see what it is. It's on who's on it and stuff, because you do get good value there. Then after that, go ahead. The next banner, as far as I know, is or lesson, which is in May, so that you got over a month to save. But obviously, still be mindful. If you don't really think you need her, then don't go for her, and that's always the case. And there's always next year. So next we have Marissa, Crimson Rabbit Marissa. She has 42 HP, 33 attack, 38 speed, 28 defense, 21 res, flashing carrot, reposition, speed, defense link, and flyer guidance. So with reposition, because she's never moving herself, except for like one scenario where you have my hand is the 4 spaces, right? They're here. This person moves up, Marissa moves up, repositions them back, and then bam, Marissa's the only person in range of the enemy. That's the only scenario I see her using speed defense link to buff herself before taking a hit. So more than likely she's going to be buffing somebody else for them to take a hit, or buff somebody by moving them to the other side so they can go attack somebody. And that's nice to have for speed. It's an interesting one because of that though. Speed and defense is solid defensive, pretty good defensively, because you take, physical hits and then you have more speed so you don't get doubled. Offensively, defense isn't as important. But it's interesting, and with reposition specifically, she's not going to be able to really take advantage of it herself that much. It's usually going to be used as a support skill. Same with flyer guidance. Flying allies can move within 2 spaces. Flying allies within 2 spaces can move to a space adjacent to this unit, so it's going to let other people move next to her. More support, and then flashing carrot. If foe's HP is 100%, grants attack speed, defense res +2 during combat. Similar to the summer weapons. Some of the summer weapons. I remember the one group or whatever, I think it was one of the groups, had the if you're at 100%, you get +2 during combat, but you take 1 damage afterwards. And then I think it was like Cordelia and Tana's group. I'm not sure if Tana's was specific, but it was like Cordelia's weapon, I remember. Because Robbins did that first one I just mentioned. Cordelia's the next year had, if she initiates, she gets +2 during combat. She doesn't take 1 damage, but it's only if she initiates, not foe or her initiating. From a stat perspective, not even close to unique. There's a ton of blue flyers. They do similar, not just a ton of blue flyers. There's also somebody else who isn't a blue flyer that has a really, really similar stat spread, which I'll get to in a second. But looking at like Maitana, for example, Maitana has 38 speed and a boon in defense, which puts her at 31. Although she does have as one of her skills attack defense, or speed defense. So that bumps it up a little bit, but Zatanna here is pretty similar. And she has more attack with her weapon, being 16 might. And a weapon refine that gives close defense, I believe? Or close defense, what is it? I'll check this again. I got my phone out for a reason. Weapon refinery. Tana. There you go. If foe initiates combat using sword, lance, axe, dragonstone, beast, grants +7 defense res during combat. And so yeah, she already has +7 defense if it's sword, lance, or axe. Now it's all the melee, and she gets 7 to res as well for the dragons, along with if units within 2 spaces of entry ally grants plus attack speed 4, which is basically a goat if she's on a mixed team. So yeah, you can see Tana being probably better here. Shigiri is also a similar stat spread, having 4 more res with 1 less defense, 1 less attack, and 2 less HP, I believe. I'm not certain on that. I don't have a 5-star Shigiri either. So she is not unique. And then I said there was a stat spread almost identical. She's basically Cordelia with +1 attack, +1 HP, and +3 res. Except she flies instead of cavalry. So if you like Marissa, or you like Marissa's art, like me, go ahead and pull for her. But if you don't, it's not worth it at all. Unlike Paula, who actually will fill a specific role and is better offensively than other road range units, Marissa is not going to be, doing anything better than, or I don't think she does anything significantly better than anybody else, really. And there's a lot of other, like Shigiri, if you choose to invest in him, easier to get an IV for. Tana has been around for a little bit. There's a ton of blue flyers. So, yeah, Marissa's not super unique. Her stat spread is similar to some of the other blue lances / flyers as well. So, not worth it. Also, shout out to the data miners for getting high quality images here for me to use. Usually you'd watch Canto Caster, right? Shout out to the data miners for Candlecast Blue, or KCB Brian is his channel right now. Change the name. Yeah, I know he says like, shout out to the data miners for giving us the information or something like that. I'm doing this after the data mine's been out, so not shout out for getting the information. Shout out for giving me high quality images. Next we got Masked Hair Bruno, 41 HP, 30 attack, 24 speed, 35 defense, 14 res, Ovoid Staff, which restores 7 HP to him and adjacent allies at the start of the turn. Martyr, Miracle, Attack, Defense, Push, and Dazzling Staff. I hope Ovoid Staff refines, because Attack, Defense, Push is way better in my opinion with Wrathful, because you get +5 attack, and now you attack like not a healer, but like a regular unit. If you initiate combat, right, they can't counterattack you, so the defense doesn't matter, and then you lose your thing. So it's a weird combination. It does synergize with Ovoid Staff, but yeah, if they attack you, then sure, they can't counterattack afterwards, but you still lose the 1 health after combat. And if you initiate, then you lose the 1 health. And if they at the start of turn, you'll get it back, but if they attack you before the turn's over, then you don't get the extra 5 attack defense. It's just, I don't know, I find this a weird skill set. But Ovoid Staff looks really cool. Restoring 7 HP to unit and adjacent allies. I like that. Stat spread wise, I think it's awkward. It's really unique, but it's awkward. I don't know when you'd want what you need a 35 defense healer for who isn't offensive, having only 24 speed, prone to getting doubled, and 30 attack. Again, sure, you get it with attack, defense, push, you can restore that, but it's just odd. 41 HP is nice, and 14 res is terrible. It gets destroyed by any mage. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like Bruno personally. Closest comparison is Zama, and it's not really a comparison. Zama is slightly faster, slightly more HP, and slightly less defense, but has 11 more res and 9 less attack. I believe his BST is higher too. Zama's. So personally, I'm not gonna summon for Bruno. If you think you have a use for a 35 defense healer with this stat spread, or if you just really like Ovoid Staff, then it is a seasonal unit, so go ahead. Or if you like Bruno, like his art, go ahead. Otherwise, like Marissa, similar to Marissa. Unlike Marissa in the sense that he's, unique, but similar to Marissa, I don't think it's quite worth it to summon. That's just me. Then we have Spring Princess Veronica. She has 38 HP, 35 attack, 36 speed, 16 defense, and 25 res. How do you pronounce that? Egg, which grants +3 speed, and at the start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 75%, grants attack, speed, defense, res. Pronounce that. +4. Egg, +4 during combat. Which grants +3 speed, and at the start of combat, flying, and chill res. If unit's HP is greater than or equal to 75%, grants I was worried speed, defense, res, flying of +5 HP. They use it as like an actual A slot. Glimmer, because you have Regal, flying, and chill res, or whatever has +5 HP on skills. I was kind of worried they give her like 33 HP or something. I was worried that because Grindel flying gives +5 HP, they use it as like an actual A slot, and that because you know rises it up, like Arthur, whatever has +5 HP. That off for something. I was kind of worried they give her like 33 HP or something really low. 33, 34, random A skill. She gets +5 HP with her base kit, and that's what rises up. I was kind of scared to do that. If you took that off for something else, where something random. She has HP res. The res makes her. She already has just insert random A skill, but her HP. Then you'll lose the HP, and so she takes the HP res off. I was kind of scared to do that. Well, it does that. 34, where she has HP res. Which the res makes her really. She already has really good res, but the res bumps it up a bit. But her HP is kind of low. So if you take the HP res off, she does go down. I think it's 33 or 34. HP, which is she has 30, really so she go down to 34. I've got my phone, so I should just check this because so it's kind of weird they do something like that here. But they gave her a pretty good HP stat, and she has 30, so she go down to 34 HP. If I'm mistaken. If she didn't have that. This isn't my skills and stats. So it's kind of weird they do something like that here, but they didn't. They gave her a pretty good HP stat, and it's here. So +5 HP, that at 43, 39 with that, and if you Grindel flying, because this isn't going by skills and stats. Chill res is cool. The picture, not much to say about it. the picture
shows
that's
the
here.
res of the
So
foe with the highest,
she should get plus 3.
Inflicts minus
Put her
7 res on
39
foe
with that, and if you
highest
agree
res
with
the
flying
next turn.
she should have 43.
You've seen it
instead.
before. Glimmer.
Sure, res is cool.
Also seen before.
Not much to say about it.
I think
Shows
what
the
the
res
res
of
of the foe with the
one
highest.
thing about Veronica is
inflicts minus
similar
7 res on
to
foe.
Marissa here.
Her stat spread isn't quite unique. We've seen it before.
Glimmer. Also
She basically
relying
her weapon to stand out, and I'm not
I think
sure
her weapon
will
will be
be
cool.
different enough. Given
The one
plus
thing
4 to
about
everything.
Veronica
She's
is
about 75%
similar
to make her
to
like
Marissa here.
her
really
stat spread isn't quite
stand
unique.
out.
Like
Um,
it's unique, but
She basically
that
relied
weapon,
on her
like,
weapon to
enough
stand
to
out,
make her
and I'm not sure if her weapon
be
is
totally
different enough
from other
given the
units.
plus 4 to everything. If she's
I don't
above
think so.
75%, to make her like
Nino
really
Nino has
stand
like
out. Like
plus
it's
2
unique, but
atta- no
plus
is that
2
weapon
speed
like
on her
enough to make her just
and
be totally different from other units?
2 less attack.
I don't
2
think
less
so.
HP and 1 more defense.
Nino,
She's got 1 higher
flying
BST.
Nino has like
goes into
plus 2 attack. No,
plus
Nino
2
being
speed
a
on
little
her
bit faster
and
and
little more defense.
2
less attack
but
and 2
they're
less
still
HP
similar,
and 1 more
Nino's
defense.
got the unique weapon.
So
that
she's
gives
got
her,
1
like,
higher
the big
BST
boost.
and that goes into
So like if she has 10
attack
speed
and
higher,
HP,
gives her like
while
plus
Nino
7
being
total
a little bit
damage or
faster
something.
and
a little more defense.
I have Nino. I can check this myself.
but they're still similar.
And Nino's got the unique weapon that gives her like the big boost.
Excalibur.
So like if
plus
she has
3
10
speed,
speed higher, gives
like
her I
this.
think plus 7 total
If
damage.
foe's
or
speed
something.
is greater than foe, if your speed is greater than foe's
I have
speed,
Nino.
does
I
damage
can check
equal to
this myself.
70% the difference.
So
Maximum
Nino's
7
weapon
plus 7 combos with fantasy.
Excalibur.
So,
She has plus 3
3
speed.
She's faster.
Like this.
I'm not sure if
If
this
foe's
is
speed
different
is
enough,
greater than
like,
foe,
to
if
really
your speed is
set
greater than foe's
Veronica
speed,
plus
deals damage equal to 70% the difference.
this time.
Maximum is 7, like
plus
super
7
unique, you know?
combos with fantasy speed.
So yeah,
Because
she does extra damage if she's faster.
right?
Do you
I'm not
really
sure
want to
if this
send
is
spend
different enough
or
like
on
to
a
really
unit?
set Veronica apart.
Unless of course if you like Veronica,
I'm going to tell this
you like her art,
So
then
like
go
super
for
easy,
a seasonal
you
unit.
know?
But if that's not the case,
that's one
and
thing
you're
when you're
just looking
looking
at units,
you know,
right?
as
You
a
really
spender
want to
with something on
spend
general,
the
you don't really care
on a
if you
unit
miss out on them because
unless of
you don't
course
care
if you
the
like
fact that
Veronica,
seasonals you miss out on.
or you like her art,
That's not
then
the
go
big
for
deal.
her. It's a seasonal unit. But if that's
I'm not
not
sure
the
if
case,
she's
and
that
you're
much
just looking
different
for
from units we
you know,
already have.
is this banner worth something on in general?
As I said, Nino's
you
close,
don't care
and
if you
even
miss
more
out on
so
them
because
because
there's,
like you don't care the
Hot
fact that
Springs,
seasonals you miss out on. You
Veronica,
know,
who
that's not a
has
big deal.
the
to you.
exact same stat spread.
I'm not sure if
One
she's that
less
much different
speed
from
and
units
one
we
more
already have.
defense. Almost
As I
identical.
said, Nino's close, and even more similar is now
Hot
obviously
Springs,
she's not a mage,
Hineka,
but
who has
the exact same stat
you
spread.
could argue that
with
with
one
the
less
exception
speed
of
and
one
one more
more
magic damage, they feel the
Almost
same
identical.
role stat wise, and Nino's already also really similar stat wise. So now
Veronica
obviously she's not a
really-
mage. Is
but
that weapon gonna really put Veronica that much?
You could
over the
argue
top
that
she's
with the
just
exception of
one
that
more
much
magic
better
damage,
than
they fill the same role
Nino
stat wise, and
or
Nino's
even
already also
Hineka.
really similar stat wise. So is Veronica
Again, grain of
really-
salt here because this
Is that weapon
like,
gonna really put Veronica that
like I
much over
mentioned
the
with
top that she's just
Paula
compared to like
that much
mages,
better
you know, than Nino? This is a
or
mage that's a
even
dagger.
Hineka.
They're a little bit different, but
Again,
stat
grain of
wise,
salt
they're
here
almost
because
the
this
same.
is
So,
like
in the end, they'll fill
like I mentioned
kind of
with
similar roles,
Paula
a bit compared to like
So,
mages,
like,
you know.
yeah, grain of salt here.
But this is a mage that's a dagger. They're a little bit different, but stat wise, they're almost
That's
the
why I
same.
mentioned Nino.
So in the end, they'll
Nino's
fill
also mage and has
kind
a
of
similar
similar
stat spread
roles,
here.
a bit different.
And Nino's
So,
been in the
like,
game a little bit.
Yeah, grain of salt here.
For what it's
but
worth,
Nino is a little easier to merge and pull doubles over easier because she's gonna.
that's why I mentioned
you know,
Nino.
come back and bang.
Nino's also mage and has a similar stat
Probably
spread.
maybe she'll be on another mega
And Nino's
banner
been in the game a little
eventually. I don't know.
And
For
for
what
what
we
it's
have
worth,
more legendary heroes,
Nino
it's
is a
really
little
becoming-
easier to
Nino
merge
comes
and
out
pull
and
a little bit
doubles
later.
over
I think
easier
they're on
because
the
she's gonna
legendary banner.
you know
Along with
come back
seasonals,
and ban
I
her.
don't think.
Probably
We've had a
maybe she'll be
repeat
on
in a
another
while.
mega banner
I'm not
sometime
sure on
eventually.
that.
I don't know. As we have more legendary heroes, it's really becoming a unit comes
But
out.
yeah,
and a little
Veronica,
later, I think they're on the
I
legendary
might
banner.
pull for her. I'm pulling
along
on the
with
legendary
seasonals.
banner.
I don't
think
think you know she just seems fun. With
we've
her
had a
skill
repeat in
that
a
lets her
while.
move again.
I'm not
sure on that.
That's
though.
the only reason I don't
Um,
care for having a blue bow personally.
But her skill looks
But
fun.
yeah, Veronica,
Um,
I might pull for her. I'm pulling on
After
the
that,
legendary
it'll be
banner.
Marissa,
Also, you know,
because I
she
really
just
like
seems
her.
fun
I like
with her
Veronica's
skill
too,
that lets
so
her
I
move
might
again.
go for her. I only
That's
have
the only
one-
reason
two
I don't
real
care for
hyper
having
blue
like,
bow
not
personally.
hyper offensive.
But
Two
her skill looks fun.
Yeah,
Some
some
more
are
hyper offensive because nobody has really great res.
After that, it'll be Marissa because I really like her. I like Veronica's
I
too,
only have
so I might
two
go for her. I
green
only have
mages
one,
that are
two real
really
hyper offensive, not hyper offensive.
Two green.
Yeah,
Nino,
yeah,
who's my
some more
speed,
hyper offensive because
and
nobody
Raja,
has really
who's
great
plus speed,
res
but
defense.
comes with savage blow and distant defense.
I only have two
is-
green mages
I
that
believe
are
is what
awesome.
really offensive.
It might not, I think Emperor gets
Nino,
who is
actually
minus speed, and
I'm
Raja,
not
who is
gonna check
plus
that.
speed, but
So
comes
I might
with
pull her
savage
just
blow
blow
and
and
distant
distant
defense. So, which is if again, I feel like Veronica,
So,
you like her, pull for her. Otherwise, it might not. I think Emperor gets.
think
I'm
it's
pretty
really
sure it's
worth
worth
it.
it. I'm not gonna check that.
Yeah.
So I might pull
It's
for her.
not
Just
really
depends how many orbs I have.
And then Spring
So,
Trickster Loki.
If again, I feel like Veronica,
41 attack,
you like her,
34
pull for
speed,
her.
27
Otherwise,
defense,
I
25
don't
res.
think it's really worth it.
Okay.
She's free. Oh yeah, she is
Yeah.
Luna. It's not really worth
Flyer
it.
formation. And then Spring Trickster
That's
Loki.
4-star.
39 HP,
flyers,
31 attack, 34 speed,
I
27
believe the
defense,
other one,
25
res.
Turbo, has the
Um,
same effect
okay.
as Marissa's Lance.
She's free. Oh yeah, she is Luna.
Kit.
Flyer formation. Loki as a
Out
bow
of 4
flyer
stars.
is completely unique.
Goat flyers,
And
I
I
believe
believe
the
on
other
top of
one,
me
her
has
bow,
basically
has
the same offensive
effect
effect
as Marissa's lance.
weapon.
And that's her.
I'll check this.
Kit.
This one is
Um,
important to check. Loki as a
yes,
bow
Roger.
flyer is
Sounds
completely
fun.
unique.
Would move us
Down to the
on
bottom
top
of
of
me
my
has
list.
basically the
top
same
of me.
offensive spread.
Although
Scatty
his
gives.
weapon,
I'll check this.
plus
This one
3
is
speed.
important to check.
So Scatty is going to give
Yes, Roger.
Takumi
Savage
a
blow.
+3 speed boost here.
Down
I
to the
doubt
bottom of
Scatty
my
gets
list.
refined.
Fallen
This might
Takumi.
actually, there's a good chance that
Scatty
Scatty will get refined,
gives
which will make up for that, plus give him
plus 3
boost.
speed.
So
But,
Scatty is going to
yeah,
give
she's got the
Takumi
same
without weapon the
plus
same
3 speed boost
um,
here. I doubt
offensive
Scatty
spread
gets
and
refined. This might
if
actually
she
there's a good
get
chance
refined,
is able to
that
get
can
refined,
fix
which will
that.
make up for
And
that.
then she's
Plus
got
give
an
her
HP
defense.
boost, 2 on HP, 2
Yeah,
on defense.
she's got
and
the
1 on res.
same
without weapon the
flyer-wise.
same
I put Takumi
offensive
here.
spread and
Bow flyers.
if
any
she can
kind.
get refined,
Nobody
has
has
that.
that.
Defensive
And
spread.
then she's got
Loki.
better defenses.
27,
2
25
2 on
is both
HP,
not
2 on
like
defense
amazing
and 1 on
for
res.
either of them, but
Flyer-wise,
it's pretty solid for both of them.
I
Most
put
people
Takumi
that
here.
have
One
bow
that's,
flyers, good,
any
like
kind.
Hinako being 17.
Nobody has the defensive spread of Loki.
Paula earlier.
27,
25 is both not like
Or one of
amazing
them's bad
for
ones.
either of them,
Good or
but it's
alright.
pretty solid for
Or
both
good-
of them.
good.
Most
Good
people
and
that
bad.
have
One that's
or good and alright.
good,
There
like
might be
Hinako
one
being
that's alright.
1729,
Alright and
or
bad.
Paula
Or
earlier
glass
1729,
cannons with like
or one
two
of them's bad
defense.
ones, good or
So nobody
alright.
even has
And then-
close
or
to
good,
this,
good and bad.
You have good defense or good and alright.
Actually, I don't think
They're
any of them
good
have
defense.
Alright.
You have
All
good
right
res,
and
you
bad.
have poor defense,
Or they're just
or you have
glass
poor
cannons
res and defense
with like
two
2
bad
bad
defense.
defenses.
So Loki, so nobody even
isn't
has
just
close
free,
to
which
this
is unique
in
in
that
that
sense.
And
You have
if
good
she can
defense,
refine,
which makes sense.
Actually, I don't think any of them have
and
good defense.
upper speed. To
You have good
37,
res,
which
you have
ties
poor
Fallen
defense,
Takumi,
or you have poor
meaning
res and
Fallen
defense.
Takumi doesn't really
Something
gain
along the
anything.
lines of that.
So Loki, with except
isn't
except
just
for
free, but
Scatty's
she's
more
unique
for
in
defense.
that sense.
And
And
if she
then-
can get refined, which makes sense.
Or you could put into someone
then
else
I can
defense or
upper
res,
speed
make
to
her
37,
tank
which
or
ties Fallen
something like
Takumi. Meaning Fallen Takumi doesn't really gain
Yeah,
anything.
Loki's free unit, so
with
you get
except,
Loki.
except for
I'm just
Scatty,
gonna
I
go
was just
over
gonna
the
go over her.
And then
she has a unique.
or you
though.
could put into something else,
So,
defense or res, make her mixed
Paula,
tank or
Is
something
it worth
like
it?
that.
If you need a
Yeah,
offensive
Loki's free
red
unit, so
ranged flyer,
you get Loki.
yes.
I'm
If
just
you like
gonna go- I was
Paula,
just gonna go
yes.
over her.
If you like her art, then
She is a
yes.
unique unit though.
If you just
So,
want,
you need to fill
Paula,
some. If you think she's
is it
fill
worth
some
it?
type of role, then
if you
need
need a seasonal unit that's not coming back,
offensive
go for
red
it.
ranged flyer,
If
then
you don't,
yes.
if
Then
you like
pass,
Paula,
you know,
yes.
I'm gonna
If
say
you
I'd
like
rather
art,
say
then
more because
yes.
I don't
If
personally
you just
care for
want,
a
you
red
need to
flying
fill some
dagger.
type.
If you think she can fill some type of role,
But
then
if you need
as a seasonal
something
unit
of
that's not coming
that you
back,
can
go
do,
for it.
You know,
If you don't,
offensively, red
then
range,
pass.
then
You
go
know,
for it.
I'm gonna say I'd rather save Morbs because I don't
Not about you,
personally
just
care for a red
Marissa,
flying
I
dagger.
wouldn't recommend
Um,
summoning on.
But if you
unless
need
you just
something
really
like
like
Marissa
her
or
art,
art, she can do.
me,
You know,
because
offensively,
I'm going for the
red
2
range
non-unique
can
units
go
in
for
this
it.
banner.
Just because I like their art.
Not about you to summon on,
because she's not really gonna do
Marissa,
anything.
I wouldn't recommend
that much
summoning
better
on
than other
unless
people
you
that
just
we
really
have.
like Marissa or her
Seasonal
art.
unit last year does something
because
I'm going for the
basically
2 non-unique
stats
units
for
in this
this
banner. Just because I like their
Shigure
art.
and Tana are both kind of similar.
Because she's not really going to do anything
kind of similar
like
infantry unit.
that much better than other people that we have.
So yeah,
Seasonal unit last
Marissa's
year does
not-
something
I don't
that
think
has
Marissa's
basically the
quite
same
worth
stats
it
for
for.
Cordelia. Shigure and Tana are
Bruno,
both kind of similar. I
if
think
you
Nephin
want a
is even
defensive
kind of
tanky
similar
healer
to
or you
infantry
like an
unit.
avoid staff,
Sure.
so
Or
yeah.
if you like Bruno himself, or
Marissa's
go
not.
for him.
I don't think Marissa's
because
quite
he is a
worth
season
going
4.
for.
They're not going to come back. So if you like the character,
Overall.
go for him.
Bruno,
or you just really like the
if
art.
you
'cause
want a
I know it's
defensive
another good reason
tanky
to pull
healer
her,
or you
so
like
go
avoid
for it.
staff,
Sure. Or if you like
otherwise,
Bruno
nah, I
himself,
don't think it's really worth
go
it.
for him.
He is more.
Because
He's
he is a
unique
seasonal.
like
They're
Paula
not going to come
but
back.
I
So
don't
if you like
see
the
when you're
characters,
gonna
go
wanna
for him.
use a
Or you just really like the art
35
because
defense
and
flyer
that's
that
another good reason to pull personally.
has
Go for it.
attack, defense, push,
Um,
and dazzling staff.
Otherwise, no, I don't think it's
just
really
a
worth
weird
it.
combination.
And
And
he is
Martyr,
more.
I'm
He's
not sure
unique
who
like
Martyr
Paula
is.
is, but
I don't see when
restores
you're going to want to
HP
use a
equal to
35
damage
defense
dealt
flyer that
to unit plus
has
50%
attack, defense, push, and dazzling staff.
just a weird combination. And Martyr, I'm not sure
I don't know how
Martyr
good
is.
that is. I don't use healers
Restores
much.
HP
The ones I
equal
have
to
is it-
damage dealt
and like
to
restore
unit plus
I've used
50% of
Regal
attack.
4 stars. I've never really used a Martyr, so I don't know how good it is.
I don't know how
Yeah,
good that
personally,
is.
I don't think
I
it's
don't
worth
use
it
healers
because I think
much.
Avoid staff is cool.
The ones
but
I have
think
is
its
a-
stat spread is just
and
odd
like
and
restore
there's
way better
I've used
cavalry
rehabilitate on
healers
4 stars.
offensively.
I've
A
never
lot of
really used a
them.
Martyr, so I don't know how good it is.
And then
Veronica.
yeah, personally, I don't think it's
Oh,
worth
yeah,
it because I
Grindelwald,
think Overload stats is cool, but I think
the
the
stats
Green
were
Dual Flying
odd,
is used
and
in
there's
arena.
way better
Kind of
cavalry
like Disarm
healers
Trap
offensively.
being used for
A lot of them
raids,
are better.
so and then
You get arena score.
Veronica.
Green
Green
Dual
Dual
Flying.
Flying.
So that's I forgot to mention this. Green Dual Flying is used
if
in
you're not
arena.
trying to pass Green Dual
Kind
Flying,
of like Disarm
Disarm
Trap being used for
Aether
Aether
raids. So Veronica's not
you get
particularly
arena
unique.
scoring up with that.
Nino does.
Veronica though,
as
same.
units,
I
if you
don't
have to
think
go for like
Nino's
unless you're
faster.
cheating,
If you're not trying to pass Green Dual Flying,
they're both
still
pretty
pretty similar. Plus Nino gets the damage boost. She has more
Veronica's not
speed.
particularly unique. Nino does.
I think it does
probably going to be
about
better in the end.
the same. I don't think.
She also comes
Nino's
with
faster
Sphere
and Veronica's a bit
Aerobics,
harder,
as well
but
as
they're
this
both still
Green
pretty
Dual Flying,
similar.
which is really just
Plus
a
Nino gets the
+5
damage
HP
boost. She has
outside of
more
arena and
speed.
she'll res. Pegado's probably
I
going to
would
be better in the end.
I'd say Neo's already does this.
She also comes with Swiss Sparrow,
there is
aerobics,
another-
so this is green dual flying, which is really
I'll
just a
confirm
plus
this, but
5
I don't
HP
think
boost
there's
outside
another
Verena and Chill
another-
Res.
The other
So
green
I would
mage probably
probably,
Bright
I'd say
Sonic
Neo's already
is
does this
also,
job well. There isn't another.
seasonal and spring.
I'll
one
confirm
as
this, but I don't think
so,
there's really another.
Given that she's got almost identical stats,
The other green
between
mage probably
Dagger,
Bright Sonic.
the reason I
also,
do compare the range in general here is
seasonal,
because
and
you're probably not
Spring
putting
Vanilla,
who's also seasonal. So
they're fighting.
given
for
that
the
she's
same
got
spot.
almost identical
Either
stats
you're
between
green
Dagger,
the
the reason I do compare
the
the range
go
in
red,
general
blue,
here is because
green,
you're
green.
probably not
But
putting.
they're
fighting for the green range spot. You're not going to be running a green mage and a green dagger.
they're fighting for the
I
same
assume
spot.
You're not going to be running a
Either
green
you're
mage
green,
green
yeah.
dagger.
And you might double up on green if you're not running a colorless.
You're probably
unit.
be
You
running
might
a
go
physical
red, blue,
and a
green.
But
they're
melee
fighting for the
and
green
a,
range spot. You're not going to be running a green
range.
mage and a green dagger.
They're fighting for the
I
range spot.
assume you're not
Given
going to be running a
that
green
Veronica
mage
stats
and a green
spread
dagger
with
unless
a red
the
and blue
mage
mage
type.
being a mage.
You're probably
is
be running a
rather
physical
have,
and a
and given that Neo is here,
a melee
regular
and
pool,
a
even if she's a 5-star
ranged.
and they're fighting for
has
the
a
same
similar
spot.
stats
And given that
spread,
Veronica's
and
stats
not
spread
too
is almost
unique,
identical,
so
unless you're like
the
Veronica or
mage
Art,
that's
being a
being
mage
a
is just you'd rather have.
So really the
and
only
given
one I
that
would
Neo is here,
tell you to pull
the
for
regular
is
pool, even if she's a 5-star, that
um,
also has a similar stat spread and not
yeah.
too unique. So
The only one
unless
I
you're
would
like
probably
Veronica or
pull
Art,
for
it's
it's Paula.
probably not worth
Be
it.
mindful of your orbs though.
So really the only one I would
if you're
tell you to
not
pull
like
for
super
is certain
Paula.
on all of them, then go ahead, pass. You know, that's
Yeah.
a good idea.
The only one I would,
So
I
it's
would
never
probably
bad
tell you
idea
to
to
pull
pass,
for Paula.
especially with Nino.
Be mindful of your orbs
next
though.
year or on legendary banners.
If you're
So
not
there'll
like
be other chances
super
to get them.
certain on all of them, then
thinking,
man,
go
I
ahead,
could have
pass.
really actually
You know,
used
that's
this.
a good idea.
Although there's a chance
So
they'll
it's
be
never a
outclassed
bad
next
idea to
year.
pass, especially
Mainly
with units like
seasonals,
this
you
that
know.
will come back next
You
year.
pull
or on
for if you
legendary
like the
banners.
character,
So
or if
there
you
will
like
be
the
other
art.
chances to get them.
And
If you come
you
back
like that
thinking,
for any of
man,
these
I could
units,
have
then go
really
ahead and pull
actually
for
used
them.
this.
Otherwise,
although there's a chance they'll be
Ball's the only
outclassed
one
next
if
year.
you're
Thinking
mainly
about
seasonals, you know.
possibly
You pull for if you like the
Um,
character or if you like the art.
and Loki.
And
And
if you like that
and
for any of these
Loki's
units,
pretty
then go ahead
solid
and
for
pull
free
for
now.
them.
So
Otherwise,
who am I
Ball's
pulling
the only
for?
one even
I'm
worth
pulling for
thinking
Marissa
about.
because I like her art.
And
Possibly
Veronica
Veronica.
because I like her art a lot.
I'll find ways to use
And
them. Loki
because
is free.
when I have a
And
character I like
Loki's pretty
or
solid
art
for
that I
free
like,
now,
I
so,
find ways to
yeah.
use them.
For example,
Who am I pulling
Summer
for?
Corn.
I'm pulling for
I made
Marissa
sure
because I
I
like her
built a
art.
flyer
I'm pulling
team
for Veronica because I like
specifically
her
so I
art
could
a
use
lot.
Summer
I'll
Corn,
find
because I
ways to
really
use
like her
them
art.
because
It sucked
when I
not
have a
being
character I
able to
like
use
or
it
art
because
that I
she was
like, I
minus
find ways
attack.
to use them.
Not that she was
For
bad, but she was
example,
minus
Summer
attack,
Corn.
which is
I made sure I built a flyer team
so,
specifically so I
was
could use
supposed to be
Summer Corn because I
so,
really like
yeah,
her
Paul's
art.
the one I
And
consider.
It sucked not being able to use her
Akara,
because she was
odds
minus
in this
attack.
video, so you
Not
can
that she was
go
bad, but she was minus
on
attack.
Akara's YouTube channel and see the odds of
So,
pulling for these.
Paula
Paula
supposed to
is
be
red, and I know red has the
So,
worst
yeah,
odds.
Paul's
I
the
believe
one I
red has the
consider.
highest odds. And Blue and Carlos are
Akaris
similar,
has odds
somewhere
on
between
his videos, so
Um,
you can go
So yeah,
find Akaris' YouTube
that's
channel
all about.
and see
That's
the odds
about all I
of
have
pulling
to
for
say.
these.
Paula
Giving
is
ways
red,
to,
and I know red has the
prove
worst
this
odds. I
besides,
believe
you know,
Veronica has the
basic
highest
and
odds.
better
And
narration.
Blue and Carlos are
Um,
similar.
put in the comments
somewhere
below.
between. And if you have a way to record my phone,
So yeah,
a way to record the phone.
that's all about. That's about all I have to
It's
say.
free.
If you have any ways that
I would like
that
this
too,
besides
because
you know,
I would like to
basic
get better
record, like,
narration
something or something like that. So
put in the comments below.
and if you have a way to record my phone,
Saying
a
unlock.
way to record the phone.
Hope you guys enjoyed,
on the
and I will
computer. That's
see you
free.
guys later.
And I hope you found this.
I would
useful.
like
This
that
is for
too,
general play.
because
I would like
do
to record
competitive,
like something or something like
I-
that. So
18ish.
I'm
I'm
about 18 in the arena.
saying
Um,
a lot. Hope you guys
no,
enjoyed,
I'm not
and
trying to
I
get to
will
21.
see you guys
It's a
later.
gold
And
line.
I hope
This
you
is
found
for
this
general
useful.
play.
This is for general
That's
play.
why
I don't do high
things like
competitiveness
uniqueness the way I
and
do because
18ish.
I'm
Characters
about
are
right
unique
18 in the
and
arena.
unless you just
Um,
really like the character
or the
I don't,
art.
'cause
I'm
if
not
you
trying
like
to
the
get to
art
21.
might
Try to find ways
it's
to use
gold
the
line,
character.
this
This
is
is
general
general
play.
play.
And that's
Um,
why taught
then
things like uniqueness.
They're probably going to
is
send
the way
the
I
barracks
do
because you're going to
because
use the other character.
character's
you
not
have
unique,
already.
and then unless you just
Especially
really
if
like
you
the
like
character
invested
or
in
the
anything
art.
to them.
Because if you like the
So,
art, then you might try to find ways to use the
that's-
character, which is why I do Summer
That's
Corn.
just my mindset. I thought I mentioned
Then
that. 'Cause I don't think I mentioned
they're
that
probably
earlier
going to send
on.
your barracks because you're going to use the other character that you have
I go
already.
for general play,
Especially if
all
you
of
like them
the
or
best
you've
for general
invested
play
in
because
anything to them.
Marissa and
So,
Veronica. If you don't
that's-
have a green flying mage, by
that's
the
just
way,
my mindset.
Veronica's not a bad
I
choice.
mentioned that because I don't think I mentioned that
If you don't
earlier
have,
on.
that's most of if you have.
Yeah,
If you
I'd go for general
have
play play, and Paula
Nino,
would be the best for
then
general
you
play
don't need
because
Veronica.
Marissa
Probably
and
don't need Veronica.
Veronica.
If you don't have a green
Nino,
flying
then
mage, by the way,
Veronica's not a bad
choice.
If you don't have,
probably
that's
not going to
mostly
pull
for
for
Nino
Nino
multiple
multiple
times.
times.
If you
merge,
have Nino,
I'll mention
then
that you don't need
there's
Veronica.
probably
Probably
no
blue
blue
flyers
flyers
though.
if you
don't have Nino,
but if you
then,
don't have Veronica's not a bad choice.
Nino,
Because
then
you're probably not going to be
Veronica
pulling
isn't a
for
bad
Nino
option.
multiple times.
Paula's the only one
to
that's
merge,
like super
so
unique though when it comes to
I'll
just
mention
anything.
that, which is
Why
why there's a
I'd say
ton of blue
she's the best
flyers though,
to
so
pull for.
I wouldn't worry about Marissa.
Bruno's
But if you
also
don't have,
that's
I just think
Nino,
weird.
then
Veronica
Veronica
isn't a bad option.
and
Paula's the only one that's like super
rather
unique
have
though
an
when it comes to
offensive
just anything, which
Somebody
is
who
why
can do
I'd
damage,
say
and
she's
I'm
the
not
best
sure
for pull for
who's doing that without
gravity.
gravity.
Bruno's also unique, but that's I just
Raffle,
think
but
Bruno's
that could be
weird
refined
from a
and that could
stat
help him.
perspective, but even then,
And
still really slow and high defense.
I'd rather have an offensive healer.
So somebody who can do damage, and
that's
I'm
all.
not sure he's doing that
I'll
without
go ahead
gravity.
and
But Get out of
or
here. Gravity.
Wrathful. But that
yeah,
could be refined.
I
and
will
that could
see you
help him,
guys
but
in the
even
next
then,
video.
he's still really
Which will
slow.
hopefully be
and high
sooner than
defense is just
another
kind of awkward.
unit
if you
review
ask me.
/
So,
Shuju pull.
that's all. I'm gonna go ahead and
Get out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys later.
yeah.